Hey YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and today I'm going to do a video on a customer of mine's knife, and that is the Benchmade Infidel. Yeah, this is definitely a serious blade, and a little bit about the customer. He is in his 60s, but he is an ex-police officer, and this is his choice of everyday carry, so it's definitely a serious piece. And the job I was asked to do on it was a little unfortunate, but when he had this in his pocket, a penny and a dime got caught right up in this right side here, and so he pulled it out, and that penny and dime was lodged in there, and he activated the knife. Well, that shot the penny and dime out, but it also took 3 real big chips out of the blade. And I can completely understand how bummed out he may have been. And he asked me if I would be able to get those chips out, and I was. I was really surprised at how steep Benchmade actually ground these knives. They actually put these at almost a 35-degree angle, really steep, and it's a chisel grind, so there's no bevel on this side. So I have sharpened this knife. I had to lower the bevel because that's all my sharpening system could actually get it down to. I actually was only able to get this down to 30 degrees. And I was tempted to go lower so it could actually get a little more slice out of it, but if I did, I would be running into that butterfly there. So I mean, there was only one way to go about it, and it was just to keep that as low as possible. So I was able to keep that tip length intact, and as you can see, I have actually added a pretty rough grind on this. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. I've added a pretty rough grind on this knife, and I did that because S30V really does prefer a rougher edge, a toothier edge, and the carbides really do a lot better job at cutting with a toothier edge than those mirror polished edges. With those mirror polished edges of S30V, those are really delicate, and S30V was really made to have a coarser edge. So that's what I've added onto this. And let's see if you can see it. I really tried not to take off a lot of material here, but if you can see, geez, my horrible finger, there's a little nick there. I tried my best, because this isn't my knife, to keep as much blade on this thing as possible, and seeing that he uses it, I'm expecting more sharpenings out of this thing. So I did not remove the chips completely, because I know after another sharpening that is going to be gone, and it has not hindered its cutting ability. I have made this thing shaving sharp. Let's see if I can do this. So yeah, it is definitely shaving sharp. So let me get that blade cleaned off. So it is definitely ready for some action. I don't know what he uses this knife for, but somebody that has a Benchmade Infidel, he is probably using it for self-defense. So the other thing I really noticed with this knife is the button. It's in the center, not over here. And I actually, in use, when having this in my pocket, I haven't used it, but when you pull it out, you have this natural hold here or here. So right when you pull it out, you can already put it in this action here of pushing up. And I feel like that's a really smart move, because some of these knives, our thumbs usually end up here when we pull them out, and we don't really have them at the spine. So having it in the center here makes it a very useful knife. And the way they did the grooves here, when you pull down, this doesn't push on you, and when you push up, it doesn't pull on you. But when you have this in hand, it creates traction in this direction and in this direction. So when you're pulling, you've got a good grip, and when you're lunging, you've got a great grip. So just wanted to show you guys this knife, and I'm sorry I didn't do a before condition video. It's just I actually wasn't expecting to get this knife. He just contacted me, said, hey, look, Benchmade's, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Benchmade's way of sending in knives that are out the front, it's different from sending in a regular folding knife. So he didn't want to have to deal with that. I said, well, I'll be able to repair that for you. And so here it is. So yeah, it's the it is the McHenry, which is the designer, Infidel by Benchmade. So if you guys enjoyed this video, and yes, that is very fun. So if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and leave a comment in the description. And if you feel like I did a good job on this knife, let me know. I don't do very many sharpening jobs, but I do them. So thank you guys again for joining me and taking a look at this awesome knife. Pretty incredible carry, to be honest. I mean, this is drop dead a nice knife. I mean, these are around $550 right now, so whew, more money I'm willing to spend on a knife, but he uses it every day. So thank you guys. I'm babbling on here, but again, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for taking a look at this knife with me.